Hello students, my name is Rahul and welcome to Narayana online classes. We are going to discuss about heat and thermodynamics. So here in this question a graph is given between two temperature scale A and B. Between the two fixed point lower and upper points are given. You have to find the relations between the temperature scale. So if you see the difference here, we are getting for the lower division scale is 30 and the upper division scale is this. So if we write the relationship, we can write like this: Ta minus 30 by the difference here 150 is equals to Tb minus 0 by this as 100. This gives the relationship between the two scales. This is how we plot get the relationship between the scale, right? So let's move to the next scale. So the second question says that the temperature for which the reading of Kelvin and Fahrenheit scale are same. So relation between Fahrenheit and Kelvin scale, we have to write it. So relation between Fahrenheit and Kelvin scale, F is equals to 9 by 5. What is the relationship? 9 by 5 K minus 273 plus 32. This is the relationship, right, between Fahrenheit and Kelvin scale. Now here what is given? The Fahrenheit and Kelvin scale are same. So F is equals to K. So just substitute the value. So we write here K is equals to 9 by 5 K minus 9 by 5 into 273. This plus 32. Just solve for this K. You will get the value as 573. And that is the answer of this question. Let's move to the next question. Here students, the Fahrenheit and Celsius scale are given. So F is equals to, if we find the relation between Fahrenheit and Celsius, relation between F and C scale, what we can write? F is equals to 9 by 5 C plus 32. Here in the question it is given that Fahrenheit scale is equal to half of that of Celsius. So here question is F is Fahrenheit scale is equals to half of that of Celsius. So C by 2. So just substitute here C by 2 is equals to 9 by 5 C plus 32. So what we can do here, we will substitute here C by 2 minus 9 by 5 C is equals to 32. Simplify here, you will get the value of C as minus 24.61 degree Celsius. That will be the answer of this question. Let's move to the next question. Here it is given that an Celsius and Fahrenheit scales are given and there are given this. So we have to again find the relation between Celsius and Fahrenheit. So we know F is equals to 9 by 5 C plus 32, right? Here the accurate Celsius and faulty Fahrenheit. So Celsius is correct. So we'll plug the value of Celsius value as 9 by 5 into 60 plus 32. This is our value. So we find here the scale, it is 12 and this will be coming as 140. So if you find here our given reading is F given is 141 and this is F calculated. So delta F it is given as 1 degree Fahrenheit, and that is the answer of this question. So this much error is there in the hour reading. Let's move to the next question. Yes, fifth question. Two absolute scales are given and they are triple point of water is defined as 300 and 400x. So Tx is defined as 300x and Ty is defined as 450y. Okay, so from here, student, what we can get? Triple point of water is 273.15 Kelvin. Now we can equate this 300x is equals to 273.15. So from here, x we can get, x will be 273.15 by 300. Similarly, we can get y will be 273.15 by 450. Okay, x and y we got. Now both this represent the triple point, both represent the triple point. So what I can write? I can write as this 273.15 by 300 to Tx is equals to 273.15 by 450 into Ty. From here we can write Tx by Ty, it will be coming as 4 by 9, and that will be the answer of this question. Let's move to the next question. Students, here we are given with the values, the reading corresponding to the ice point and steam points are given 500 and 545 cc. You have to find the room temperature at 510 degree. So just plug the values here. Here in this question, constant pressure 500 it is given, and here it is given. So V0 is given. Ice point it is given. So ice point is 500 and that of steam is this. So 510 minus 500 by this, the reading correspond to this one. So 510 minus 500 by 545 minus 500 into 100. Now this will be 10 by 45 into 100. Now you simplify this. This will be coming to be 5 to the 10 and this will be 9. 200 by 9, and this will come to be around 22.2 degrees Celsius. Just substitute the values carefully and you will get the answer. Let's move to the next question. Students, here a constant volume gas thermometers are shown at 50 and 90 degrees Celsius. Okay, 50 and 90 degrees Celsius it is shown. At 0 degree and 100 degree the values are given respectively. So here this side we calculate delta H we calculated from this one. Now here we need to get the value of this T. Okay, so 60 minus this at 0 degree 50 by temperature we need to calculate here minus T0. T0 will be 0 is equals to 40 by 100. So from here we are getting 10 by T is equals to 40 by 100. Okay, so from here we are getting T will be coming as 1000 by 40 and this will simplify to 25. So 25 degrees Celsius will be the answer at which this gas pressure will be 60. Okay, so this will be the answer of this question, 25 degree. Let's move to the next question. Yes, now here the resistance of a platinum wire at 15 degree, 15 ohm is 20 degree, and the resistance of wire is found to be, the wire is put in a hot furnace and it is found to be 400. So we know R is equals to R naught 1 plus alpha delta theta. Now in the question it is given that alpha is given as 3.6 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now 15 ohm at 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, 15 ohm at 20 degrees Celsius it is given. So what we'll do, just we'll form two equations, 15 ohm at 20 degree, and here it is given the temperature of the hot furnace you have to find. So some T temperature, and here it is 40 ohm at some T temperature, T degrees Celsius. We have to find this. So we'll write here the 15 is equals to R naught, we'll keep as it is, 1 plus alpha delta theta, alpha into delta theta it will be 20 here, from here we are measuring. So this will our equation 1, and for the equation 2 it will be 40 is equals to R naught 1 plus alpha into 40, right? So we have two equation, equation 1 and equation 2. We need to get here this alpha into T. We need to get here T. Sorry. Here this T we need to find it. Here T degrees Celsius. So that's temperature difference we are taking at T. So divide equation 2 by equation 1. What we are getting, 40 by 15 is equals to R naught will be cancelled out here. We'll have 1 plus alpha T by 1 plus 20 alpha. You have to cross multiply this. 40 into 1 plus 20 alpha is equals to 15 into 1 plus alpha T. You have to get this T. So 40 is equals to 40 plus 800 alpha is equals to 15 plus 15 alpha T. T you have to get, T will be coming as 516.2 degrees Celsius, and that will be the answer of this question. So furnace will be at this temperature, 516.2 degrees Celsius. What we have done, use this equation, we have taken the temperature of furnace as T degree. As T degrees Celsius. Just simplify this, two equation we got, simplify this, we'll get the answer. Yes, so let's move to the next question. Here students, it is given in the question that the resistance of a platinum wire is found to be 11 degrees Celsius when dipped at triple point cell, when dipped in a bath of resistance found to be 28.2 degrees Celsius. So it is given in the question that R value and RTR values are given. You need to find the temperature of the bath in Kelvin. So you will use this formula, substitute the value 273.16, R triple point it is given. So just substitute the value here into 28.87 by this is 11. So when you will simplify this, this will be coming 44.1 degree. No, this will be coming in Kelvin. Just be careful here, the answer will be coming in Kelvin. Okay, so the answer will be coming in Kelvin here. This answer will be coming in Kelvin. You need to subtract this minus 273. So whatever answer it will be coming, you need to subtract 273 Kelvin from there. Okay, so that will be the answer. Because we need the answer in degree Celsius. So the answer will be coming in Kelvin. We'll subtract this. The final answer will be coming around to 414.7 degrees Celsius. This will be coming 700 something. Simplify this, you'll get the answer of this one. Clear? Let's move to the next question. Here students, given that initial length of brass and iron are at 0 degree is used if the difference between their length is always 0.2. So the difference in length is always 20 centimeter we are using it. We are using this as 20 centimeter. So this will always this will be at certain temperature. So this will again be 20 degrees Celsius. So we have two equation L1 alpha 1. If we simplify it here, what we'll get will L1 L2 minus L1, which is again 20. So this will cancel out here. We'll get from this equation L1 alpha 1 is equals to L2 alpha 2. Now you need to plug here the initial length of brass and iron, you have to find it. So this L1 and L2 you have to find it. So alpha L1 into alpha 1, you will plug here the alpha 1 value. So first we will plug for the brass. So L2 minus L1, the initial length of brass and iron, if the difference between their length is 0.2 meter. So first if we are taking it for brass, it will be 18 into 10 to the power minus 6 is equals to L2 into 12 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, so 10 to the power minus 6, 10 to the power minus 6, it can be cancelled out. Here we will get L2 by L1 as one equation, which will be 12 by 18. So this is our equation 1, this is our equation 2, two equation and two variable. You will solve, you will get the value of L1 and L2. Right? Let's move to the next question. A blacksmith fixes iron ring on a wooden wheel of a block. The diameter of the ring is given to be this. At this temperature, the temperature at which the ring should be heated so that it fit in this one. So here student, this is the expansion L is equals to L naught 1 plus alpha delta T. Right? The diameter of the rim and the irons are given. The temperature at which they should heat that so that one will fit on the other one. So what we'll take here, the initial L is, this is the thermal L1 L naught plus L naught alpha delta theta, and this is my L. So diameter of the rim and the iron is given as this one. So this is 5.243 and this is 5.231 plus 5.231 alpha delta T. Alpha of the iron is given, so just simplify it here. If we take 5.231 common, we will get 1 plus alpha delta T, 5.243. Okay, so we'll get here 5.243 by 5.231 is equals to 1 plus alpha delta T. What we need to find? The temperature at which ring should be heated. So delta T we need to find it here. Delta T, initially it was 27 degrees Celsius, so we need to calculate here delta T. So what we'll do, 5.243 by 5.231 minus 1 is equals to alpha delta T. So from here delta T we can calculate. Delta T will be 5.243 minus 5.23 by 5.23. So this will be coming as 0.0 23. So it will be 1 and 0. If we subtract here 2, 3, 0. So it will be 1 and 3. So 0.13 by 5.23. This will be my delta T. Just simplify this further, you will get the value T2 as 218 degrees Celsius. And that will be the answer of this question. Okay. Here an aluminium measuring rod is given at 5 degrees Celsius and 80 centimeter, it is 45 degrees Celsius. You have to find the correct length in this reading. Okay. So at 1 centimeter, if it is the reading, it will be at this delta T will be 40. If it is 80 centimeter, if we take this reading, 81 plus alpha delta T. Which formula we are using? L is equals to L naught 1 plus alpha delta T, right? Students, here initially it is 80, 1 plus alpha is given as 2.50 into 10 to the power minus 5 into delta T. Delta T is 40. Okay. Substitute the values here. What we'll do here, we'll substitute the value 1 plus this 2.4, this will be coming as 100 into 10 to the power minus 5. Simplify it here, you will be getting the value as 80.08 and that will be the correct length of this line, right? So this will be the answer of this question. Let's move to the next question. Students, here an iron rod of length 50 centimeter is joined with a copper rod of length 20 centimeter. You have to find here the expansion of the system. So if delta L is my whole system, delta L which is made up of copper and iron. So delta L, it will comprises of expansion of iron, which I denoted by 1, plus delta L which will have the expansion of copper, which I denoted by 2. So we know here the expansion, it will be L1 alpha 1 delta T plus L2 alpha 2 delta T. Just we need to substitute the value of L1 and L2 here. So L1, what is the L1 given? The initial length, if we are taking for iron, it will be 50 and the expansion of iron will take it 50 into 12 into 10 to the power minus 6 and delta T will take. Delta T value we'll take here, we'll keep delta T as it is, we'll plug the values in last. Plus L2, L2 is for 100, so 100 and the expansion is 17 into 10 to the power minus 6 into delta T. Okay, this we have to find here the total expansion of this system. So total expansion of this system we have to find it. So delta L we can find it from here, just substitute the value, delta L of the system we are getting it, right? So just substitute this, here we will get the value and here we have one value. So add this two value, that will be the net value for this one. Now I have one rod of 50 centimeter and the another rod of 100 centimeter. So the net expansion will be for this overall rod. And how much is the temperature change? At 20 degrees Celsius, the length of the system at 100 degrees Celsius is this one. So delta T is 80. So just plug the value here by taking delta T common. Delta T is equals to 50 into 12 into 10 to the power minus 6 plus 100 into 17 into 10 to the power minus 6. Delta T is taken as 80. So 80 into this, if you simplify this, you will get the delta L for the system. Okay, so delta L for the system, if you simplify it here, 50 into 12 into 10 to the power minus 6 plus 100 into 17 into 10 to the power minus 6. We will get the delta L of the system, that will be equal to 0.192 centimeter. And that will be my overall expansion of this one. So this rod of length 50, that will change from 150 plus this 0.192. This will be my new length. Okay, so this will be my new length 150 plus this one, and what is my delta L? This is my delta L. Now I need to calculate the value of alpha. Okay, so to calculate the value of alpha, what I'll do, I'll plug it in any of the expansion equation, or I can write it as, I'll take the initial expansion as 150, total I got this one, so I'll write as delta L is equals to L alpha delta T. Delta L already I got 0.192, L I have now 150, alpha I know, that will be my average alpha that I have to calculate, and delta T is 80. So from here alpha average I can calculate, alpha average it will be 0.192 divided by 150 into 80, and that will be coming around 16 into 10 to the power minus 6 degrees Celsius, and that will be the answer of this question. So whole we have taken initially as system, we have found the individual, we have added this, we got the total expansion of this one, and we use this to calculate the delta average, right? Let's move to the next question. Students, here the density of gold, when you have to find when we are adding steam. So adding steam means nothing but we are increasing the temperature of this rod. So rho temperature is increased, so rho is inversely proportional to volume. So when we are increasing the temperature, the density will decrease, and if we write the relationship between rho and temperature, density and this are inversely proportional, so if we write the relationship rho 2, we can write as rho 1 minus 3 alpha delta theta. Just now we have to plug the value of density initially, which is 19.30, 1 minus 3 alpha we will substitute, alpha is 14.2 into delta T is 70. So simplify this will be coming as 19.24 gram per centimeter cube, and that will be the answer for this question. Okay, let's move to the next question. Students, here we have what is given, a solid cube having bulk modulus B, and the coefficient of expansion is given. The amount by which the temperature of the cube is increased in order to bring the volume back. So we know bulk modulus is related by this relationship, minus P by delta V by V. So from here if we calculate V, delta V, what I can write, delta V by V is equals to minus P by bulk modulus here. So delta V will be nothing but minus PV by this, right? Delta V can be written as gamma, okay, gamma delta T, okay. The volume expansion is given, is equals to minus PV by V. What we need to calculate here, the amount by which the temperature of the cube is increased. So we need to calculate delta T here. Yes, so delta T can be written as here PV by B, that is bulk modulus, into gamma, right? So just substitute the values here, all the values are given here. So delta T will be this. Okay, here one more V will be there. So V can be cancelled out, right? Delta V will be gamma V delta T. So this can be cancelled out here. So delta T we are getting as P by this bulk modulus into this coefficient of volume expansion, right? Delta V, yes, it will be gamma V delta t, right? This is the expansion. So let's move to the next question. Students, here we have a balanced wheel and which is having a frequency given by this. Okay, so frequency of this question is given as f is equals to 1 by 2 pi root over c by I. I is the moment of inertia, just substitute the value I here. So if we have to calculate the change in the frequency here, delta f by f is equals to this. From here we'll get the change delta t by t will be this. Just we need to calculate here delta, but we have to calculate the time gain. So delta t, we have to substitute the value here, I alpha delta t. On substituting the value, we'll get the answer as 1110.2 degrees Celsius, right? And that will be the time gained, means how much time this will gain in a day, that can be calculated out here. The whole day will take 24 hours and just substitute the values here, right? Let's move to the next question. A clock with a metallic pendulum of 5 seconds fast each day at a temperature of 15 degrees Celsius and 10 seconds slow each day at a temperature 30 degrees per second. So students, we know the time period relationship T is equals to 2 pi root over L by G. Okay, so delta T we can calculate, delta T by T naught we can calculate here from there. So if we find here, it will be coming as half alpha delta T, right? Now you need to substitute the values here. So it is given in the first question 5 seconds fast each day. So 5 seconds fast 5, okay, and here this you have to find, what you have to find here in this question, the coefficient of linear expansion, that is alpha you have to find here. Okay, so alpha you have to find here. So 5 by 5 seconds fast, and here it is given as T naught, which is the initial temperature, initial this value, half alpha, and T will keep as T minus 15 degree. Okay, this is fast at 15 degrees Celsius, and for this will write as equation 1. For equation 2 it will be slow, so we'll write minus 10 by T naught is equals to half alpha 30 minus T. This will be our equation 2. What are the unknowns here? What are the unknowns here in this question? The T naught value is known to us, so this will be, this we can solve it from here. If we'll solve the values here, what we can get? We have to get the value of alpha from here in this question. So the coefficient of linear expansion alpha, if we calculate here, if we divide the two equation, if we divide basically this two equation, what we'll get? We can get the value of T from there. Once we get the value of T, we'll substitute and we'll get the value of alpha. Okay, so what we'll do, we just substitute half alpha can be cancelled out here, T naught it can be cancelled out here. So what we are getting here, just cross multiply the thing here. So 5 into 30 minus T is equals to minus 10 into T minus 15. Right? From there we can get the value of T. Okay? Once you get the value of T, substitute here in this equation and get the value of alpha. The time T naught, you can take it as 86400. time T naught you can take is at 86424 hour, so you can take the value as 86400. So T which you get here, substitute here in this equation, you have to get the value of alpha. So let's get the value of T here. So what we are getting, if we simplify here a little further, we are getting the value as 150 minus 5t is equals to minus 10t plus 150. Okay. So T, it is coming to be 0 degree. So T is coming to be 0 degree. Just substitute the value 0 here in this equation. So any equation we can take 5 by T naught is equals to half alpha. T naught we can substitute here 86400, half alpha into this will be minus 15. Okay, this will be minus 15. So 5 by 86400 is equals to half into alpha into T minus 15 we are doing, or so we can substitute here minus 15 here. So what we are getting here, we can get the value of alpha as 2.3 into 10 to the power minus 5, and that will be the answer of this question, right? Here the freezing point on a thermometer is marked at 20 degree and the boiling point is this one. Okay, the temperature of 60 degrees Celsius of this scale, which what it will read, you have to find out. Okay, so the temperature reading we have to find out, use this, the variation scale T minus 20 by this one. So substitute here T minus 20 by 130 is equals to 60 by 100. Okay, so from here you will get the value of T. T will be T minus 20 is equals to 60 by 100 into 130, right? So just plug here 60 by 130. So 6 into 13 plus 20, and that will be 98 degrees Celsius, and that will be the answer of this question. Let's move to the next question. So let's see the question. A mercury thermometer is transferred and is equal to 9 by 10th of the value. So T we can calculate. T will be 9 by 10 into the difference. 9 by 10th it is given. So 9 by 10th, and here the difference in the scale is this 100. So we can get the temperature will be 90 degrees Celsius. We need to convert it into Fahrenheit. So 90 degrees Celsius, if we will convert the Celsius into Fahrenheit, it will be coming 194 degree Fahrenheit. That will be the answer of this question. Pretty simple question. Let's move to the next question. Here what is given in the question, the centigrade and Fahrenheit thermometers are dipped and it is lowered till the value, the fall in the temperature you have to calculate. Okay, so the fall in temperature you have to calculate. What we'll do, we'll write a relation between centigrade and Fahrenheit. Okay, so we can write here C is equals to 5 by 9 F minus 32, right? So here it is given the Fahrenheit register 140 degree. Okay, so Fahrenheit registered 140 degree, 5 by 9 into 140 minus 32. Plug the values here. Now when you simplify here, you will get the value of C, and you have to calculate it from where the boiling point of the water, from here how much is the change. So that you will calculate here. Okay, so delta C you have to calculate. So delta C, simplify for C here, then delta C from this value how much will be the change. So from there you will can calculate, right? So that will be the answer of this question. Let's move to the next question. Here it is given that temperature at which the Celsius and Fahrenheit scales show the same reading. So here we know C is equals to 5 by 9 F minus 32. If they have the same reading, C is equals to F, we substitute it here. So F is equals to 5 by 9 F minus 32. We can solve it here. So F is equals to 5 by 9 F minus 5 by 9 into 32. Okay. So if you solve here, what you are getting? The temperature at which Celsius and Fahrenheit scales show the same reading. So if you simplify it here, we can write here F minus 5 by 9 F is equals to minus 5 by 9 into 32. Okay. So if you take this as LCM, you will get 9 F minus 5F, it will be 4F is equals to minus 5 by 9 into 32. Okay. So from here, if we are getting the value F as minus 5 into 32 by 4, so that will be coming minus 40, and they will have opposite signs. So this will be the answer. Right. Let's move to the next question. Here in the students, in the question it is given that TA is 200A and TB is given as 300B. Okay. So triple point of water, we know, triple point of water 273.15 Kelvin. So from here, if we equate the two values, that is 200A, if we equate this, represent the value here. So from here, A can be written as 273 point. Just be careful in the calculation part. A will be this. Similar way, if we can do it, B will be coming as 273.15 by 300. Now both this represent, already we have done the similar question. So both this represent triple point. So what we can write here, we can write as 273.15 by 200 into TA. This will be equals to 273.15 by 300 into TB, right? Now if you cancel this and this, what we are getting? TA by TB, that will be 2 by 3. From here we will get TB is equals to 3 by 2 TA, and that will be the answer of this question. Right? Next, move to the next question. Students, here the coefficient of linear expansion is given. Already we have discussed the same type of question. So change in length by original length into temperature variation, if we will do, that will give the answer of this one. So 20 by 3 into 10 to the power 6, that will be the answer of this question, right? Pretty simple questions. So already we have discussed this type of model. Let's move to the next question. Here in this question, the Celsius and Fahrenheit scales are given this. So again we'll write C is equals to 5 by 9 F minus 32. That is a graph between C and F. If we see this, we have the slope with negative intercept, and which of this graph will represent? So A will be the answer of this question. Simple model on graph question, right? Next, move to the next one. Students, here the gas is filled at two different temperature here. Okay, so you have to find the temperature of the bulb at which this pressure become this. So if we write the values here, initially we have the temperature at this we have to find. So 35.0 minus 28.6 by 36.6, that is the value at 100 degree Celsius, 36.6 minus T naught, that is 28.6 into 100, right? What we have done? We have done that temperature at this minus T naught by temperature at 100 minus T naught into 100. Already we have discussed the same type of question, right? So just simplify this question, simplify this value, you will get the temperature of the bulb at this pressure. So if you simplify, what we are getting here, 0.4, 6.4, right? 14, yes, 6.4 by here we are getting 8 into 100, right? Just check the calculation part, recheck it, it's 15, and here we are 8.0, right? So 8, yes, this will be coming 8. Yes, so just simplify this one. So it will be coming as, if we simplify with 4, it will be 2 and it will be 25. This will be 3.2. Solve this, you will get the answer of this question, that will be the temperature of the bulb at that 35 degree Celsius, 35 centimeter. So here we come to the end of this today's discussion. I hope if you revise all the concepts properly, you will have a good clarity on this whole topic. So that's all for today. Thank you.